Hello everyone, and welcome back to Rayman 3 HD on the Xbox 360. I am one Welsh Sheep yet again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, as you can clearly tell, we are now entering the Hoodlum's base of operations. We can now go get Andre and stop his dastardly plans. Although, does actually Rayman know what Andre's... Yeah, I think Rayman does know what Andre's plans are. I don't know, it's been so long since I last paid attention to the plot. But for the most part, this is actually a pretty open-ended area with... There's only one real way to go, so you're not going to get lost, which is fortunate. But, what can I say? What can I say indeed? Needless to say, don't touch the lava. Lava hurts. And the soundtrack by you is actually really creepy. I was really, really freaked out when I first got onto the stage, because it has this sort of sort of noise to it, and I don't know, the noise freaks me out. I don't know what, it's such a weird noise, you know. But anyway, to start things off, we have to shoot our rocket power right in there to get hold of that teensy, and right from the get-go in a lot of this area, right from the get-go in this area, there we go, I finally got there in the end, we do need to utilize our rocket power in order to start dealing with a lot of teensy cages and switches and whatnot that are lying about. So, just shoot the rocket where I'm shooting it and you'll be able to pick up everything eventually. So, well, that's all I can really say. Although I do kind of feel sorry for some of these teensies that are flying in the air, you know, the cages like miles in the sky. Because when they land, you just think that their ankles are going to shatter or something, aren't they? Because it's just ridiculous. But I digress. We are going to be making a good lot of use of the rocket power in this particular stage, I will be perfectly honest. So, just get used, make sure you're used to using the rocket power at this point in the game. And, yeah, that's all I can really say. Although, one thing I have to say is really weird about this level is, I don't know if this was like this in the GameCube version, because I can't honestly remember playing this on the GameCube. At least this particular stage on the GameCube, anyway. For some reason, Rayman's punchy punch power gloves, they get really, 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 really glitchy in terms of color. For some reason, they turn yellow. I'm just like, no, why? Why? Why are they like yellow? They should be red, god damn it, you lighting effects. Ugh. But of course we are actually starting to get up closer to the tail end of the game, so we're going to start getting a lot more challenging mooks to deal with, and basically a lot more challenging variety of mooks. We're going to, obviously we've seen every enemy type now, so we're not going to see any new enemy types from this point onwards, but all the mooks we're going to meet are usually really dodgily placed, or there's so many of them you have to deal with at once, and things get a little bit more tricky at this point, especially in terms of the platforming, especially later on where we have to deal with like Donkey Kong segments where they're bouncing barrels at us and stuff like that. But I digress. There's a hidden thingy up there as well if you want those extra 250 points.
What did I tell ya?
And of course, this is actually one thing I just noticed happens. You have to push a switch to open the door. But Glowbox was standing on a switch as well, so co-op action. Glowbox is useful, what do you know? I normally mock him for not being very useful in this game, but I guess he does have his uses. Oh god. You know, that one mook up there that's shielding the big guy, he's made this level so much longer to deal with, just because now we got stuck down this particular route and... Okay, calm down, just like... Oh god! Oh my god! Brutal! Someone call the cops! Do cops really deal with these sort of mooks? I don't know. But I do kind of love how that enemy starts shooting at us before you were in the area. Either way, yeah, we do need to do a platform challenge. That one enemy is causing us to do this really aggravating platform challenge involving all these mooks that are standing up on these crates. And a little bit frustrating, a little bit tedious to get through, but after a little bit of trial and error and getting shot in the back while you're trying to climb, you should be fine. What I sort of recommend, however, with this particular sequence is if you grab onto one of the ledges of these crates, don't manually climb up. Don't climb up slowly like I'm doing right now. Just jump up. Press the jump button again to jump up because it's so much quicker and you're less likely to actually get clipped by a laser blast that one of these guys is chucking at you. So, that's my professional one Welsh Sheep tip of the LP part. Don't get hit. But this is actually quite another open area as well. I really do like it when the game is a little bit more open-ended and allows you to explore. Because, I don't know, I always like these sort of platforms when they give you loads of open-ended level designs where ultimately you have only one path you're meant to go, you have only one way to go, but, you know, I like it when they have areas that are big and open and you can just sort of explore and look around for secrets and hidden collectibles. Which, for the most part in this particular game, is either a teensy cage or more shiny objects to pick up to increase the score. But I digress. Just keep a look around whenever you get a hold of the whirly willpower, and you'll be able to get yourself one fantastic sleepy thing. What are these things? I know they're sleeping, but what are they? Like, I don't think the game actually gives them a name, so I need to think of a funky name from I'll call them the snoozers. Why? Because they're snoozing so calmly until Rayman comes up and grabs them by the throat and stuffs them in his pocket. Yes, I know, that's morbid, but that's that's what I think he's doing. And what else is he doing with these guys? Like, why do they give him points? The only thing I can think of is he's grabbing them and stuffing them in his pocket. Does Rayman have pockets?
Air traffic control has reported that the lepton is now in view.
But anyway, moving onwards. This is a bit of a Donkey Kong sequence, but here you need to pick up this. Is that a cannonball? I think it's a cannonball. Pick up the cannonball and you need to start climbing up the ramp with it while avoiding the explosive things that are being chucked at you. However, they were quite frustrating, so
12 seconds later.
we're gonna just skip ahead of that and just place the keg down and just be on our merry way. We do have to repeat this again, though, however, and it's even more frustrating on a second row because you have this grate in the way, and it's just so frustrating to handle. But what I sort of recommend is there's loads of little dark patches in the floor where each of these explosives will land to indicate where they're going to land. Don't go too close to these markings, even though it looks like you're in a safe. Just try and keep a bit more towards the middle of two markings. That's what I sort of recommend so you don't get clipped. And you'll eventually be able to get through this. What can I say? What can I say, ladies and gentlemen? Hey! We have access to the area. I do believe this leads us directly to the force field guy as well, if I recall correctly. Yeah, he's right by there. He's on that. What is that thing? Well, he's on this thing, so just punch the big guy and then punch him, and Bob is your uncle. You'll be able to progress. Finally. Seriously, this one guy being in our way and having the force field, that just extended our game time by a ridiculous amount, you know. I just sort of wish the developers added like an extra area, a hidden area where you could take to get inside, so you didn't have to do all the platforming if you're quick enough, but I don't know. Glowbox, you're an idiot. Not even Knuckles the Echidna would have fallen for that trick, you fool. Ay. Don't worry, that's not the end of Glowbox. We are going to be seeing him again because, let's face it, they can't kill off Glowbox. He's like the one reoccurring character in this franchise. Seriously, it really bugs me. Where do the characters go in between each of these games? Like, Lee the Fairy was such a big part of the second Rayman game, and she disappeared. Then you have the first Rayman game with Brentilla the Fairy, and she disappears as well. Where do these characters all go? It's frustrating as hell. I want to see these characters again. God damn it! Aye. Why must they leave us? I don't know, it just really bugs me. It's just all the characters, like, just disappear. Like, Polokas, you know, he's meant to be the god of the world. He's god of the universe. He maintains balance. Where is he during all this? I mean, I'm pretty sure Black Lum's fine. About isn't meant to be part of nature. Is not meant to be part of the standard balance of the world, is it? So why isn't Polokas helping us? Is he just doesn't care? I don't care what happens to the world as long as it doesn't get destroyed, and if that's all, then he's a selfish bastard. But I digress. Die, fiends! You don't understand the might of Rayman. That guy took quite a while to beat. You know, as much fun as this gameplay is to play, though, it can be a little bit tedious when you're playing through the game multiple times, because it's around this point in the game where the developers start to go a bit enemy nuts. They start to chuck a lot more enemies at you, and a lot of the enemy sequences start to drag out a bit more, which, at least in my opinion, you know, around this point in the game, I just want to get it over and done with, you know, I don't want to be fighting waves and waves of nukes. And there's a particular boss, well, I say boss battle in massive quotations, but there's a particular fight we're going to be dealing with. I'm not sure if it's in this part or the next part, where it just takes so damn long, because after every phase of the boss, you have to fight a wave of enemies, and it goes on for like 6 to 7 times, and I really don't like that battle. I really don't like that battle. But yeah, move close enough to this gate by here, and this angry major toilet chain shooty guy. I don't know what these guys are called. Basically, the big ass machine gun hoodlums will pop on out. So just do the same thing as you always do. This guy, they haven't even tried to change him much from what you normally expect. So just punch him like you would any other. Whoop-de-doo. I'll untie you in a sec, but first Glowbox points are at the matter. We need to worry about the points! Without the points, there is no order! Because points are love, points are life. But anyway, remember when I said we're going to be making use of the rocket power-up at the start of this part? Well, here we are. This is the main room we're going to be dealing with this rocket power-up. And we basically need to manipulate it to try and fight certain enemies, shoot through the walls and what have you. And there's basically a switch in here we need to hit. But when we do hit this switch, like we can't actually hit the hoodlum because he's out of the way. We need to hit this switch first, and the hoodlum will pop on out to pull the switch back. He's like, nope, I'm not letting you go ahead. You're not going to progress. So he's going to flip the switch back. But of course that sends him out of his hiding spot. So now we can basically shoot behind the barrels that he just tries to hide in. And annihilate him. Took me a bit of a while to actually get used to this sequence, because I didn't realize that for a while. That, oh, you have to hit the switch first? Oh, okay. So it's a bit more tedious when stuff like that happens. You don't exactly know, but I digress. Then you just hate when that happens. You're about to pick up a massive collectible that gives you 250 points, and your power up wears out, and you don't get the double point bonus. I don't like when that happens. It's very annoying. It's very, very annoying. And unfortunately, I think... Yeah, I think there isn't... Oh no, there's a punchy punch power. Never mind then. Never mind. I could have probably took care of those mooks up there, then got told to the thing... whatever. I'm an idiot, in hindsight. Not that it really matters. The points don't really do much. Like, all these points do in this game are unlock mini-games. And that's it. And for the sake of the LP, I don't even think I'm going to show off the mini-games. Like, if people want to see the mini-games, buy the game. It's a good game. I recommend it. It's like, a lot of people argue with Let's Plays. Like, a lot of people I know... Well, I don't know, but a lot of people I've seen on the forums, they're like, I'm going to watch a Let's Play and I'm not going to buy a game because I've watched the LP. I've got the full experience. I'm like, no. Video games are meant for playing. You can't get a full experience of a video game by watching a Let's Play, you know? I watch Let's Plays just because I enjoy them. I enjoy commentary, I enjoy what people think of the games, figuring out, finding out what people think. But... I don't know. Basically, I like watching Let's Plays to figure out what to do with games and what people like about games and stuff like that. I just basically like to know what people think about things. And usually their commentary is quite entertaining for the most part as well, so there is that. But every now and then you're gonna get people who are just like, I watch a Let's Play, so I don't need to buy the game. That's not how it works. Maybe that's how it works if you're watching a Let's Play of a visual novel, because let's face it, that's a stupid thing to Let's Play, but... with something like Rayman or something, it's... I don't know, I digress. Maybe I'm just in a silly boat with that. Oh god! Well, okay, I guess I don't need to deal with that geezer. Will you stop shooting me when I'm trying to lift the cannonball? Why does this cannonball go? That doesn't make any sense. Why does the cannonball disappear when I get shot? Frustration! But as you can probably tell by here, this is actually a shooting range. The hoodlums are testing out their shooting to see if they can actually hit the targets. Right now, they're showing all of the skills that a stormtrooper has. Okay, maybe a bit more accurate than stormtrooper. Every once in a while, these guys will actually hit, so... These guys are better than stormtroopers, kind of. But I digress. Although we do actually need to make note of that shooting range, because we are going to need to utilize the shooting range in a few seconds, actually, to get hold. Oh, well, to basically leave. Basically, these guys are locked in this room until they finish up the shooting range, because I guess they were the new trainees, and until they were good enough, deemed good enough by the higher ups. I assume they were just locked in this room. It's like, no, you can't get out of here until you punch and shoot enough of these guys. So, what we gotta do? We gotta do that job for them to open up the gate. Basically, whenever you see a Rayman icon, you punch the Rayman icon in the nose. Whenever you see a Glowbox icon, you punch him right in the chin. And whenever you see a happy hoodlum with a heart, don't punch her. She will increase the health at the bottom of the screen. So, punch Glowbox, punch Rayman, ignore the woman, and you should, for the most part, be fine. Should, for the most part. Although I said earlier on, I'm not going to be recording, like, I don't plan on recording, like, mini-game stuff, just because of people, I want people to buy the game. That's just me lying. Honestly, I just can't be bothered. I really can't be bothered to do that. I want to move on to other projects, so... If anyone in the comments actually does want me to cover that stuff, then just let me know, and I will probably end up doing it, because of course I'm a slave to my viewers. I have to be. You people watch my videos. You people give me very small amounts of revenue. That is pretty much inconsequential, so... Basically, you people watch my videos, so if you want something, then eventually I'll probably have to go around to doing it. But I digress with that. That is it for this part, so thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people. And I'll catch you all next time as we go deeper into the Hoodlum base. So yeah, see you after. Bye!